What's up, everybody? We already have 7 people in. I'm so excited you guys are here with us. It looks like Business Goose was first. Looks like his comment didn't get taken away. So I'm hoping you guys are still in, and this issue has been resolved of people dropping as soon as I start the live stream. We got Mostrumental. Made a couple of good comments on one of my recent videos. Thanks for joining me during this live stream. We got Matt H. It is like super early in the morning for Matt H, so shout out to him for making it. Elena Sanchez, yes, hello, welcome to the live stream. So we did have like 8 people. Right when I clicked start stream, it dropped down to 4, so I'm wondering if that's still an issue. And Elena Sanchez is making Stromboli. It's 4 o'clock for Matt. All right, guys, so if this is your first time here, we watch scary videos. I watch, like, not just watch scary videos, but we critique, we break down, and we try to evaluate scary videos. And the whole purpose, that's not all we do. We'll watch something, and usually I'll watch like some nukes or some Sir Spooks or whatever. But if you guys have any suggestions of what I should react to, please go over to the Moonlit Ghost Discord server. It's just, the link is in the description if you need a link to it, and then go over to reaction suggestions. We've got a couple that we're going to go through here first off. But if you want to see me react to anything, go over to Discord, drop it in the reaction suggestion spot, and we'll do that. I'll react to those on Friday, and we're going to go through several of these right now. But it's not just reacting. What I do is we'll watch like a video like this. Say, is this person buried alive? And then Matt H has some interesting thing to say about it, and we evaluate it. We'll think about it. We'll talk about it. And if I'll give it a rating from 0 to 10, and if it gets a 5 or higher, I put it on what I call the moon list. And this is a spreadsheet I have of anything that's interesting, that's compelling, that might be evidence of the paranormal. And then from this list, I take it over, I pull from that list to go here on the Moonlit Research, where you guys can give me like any information you have or anything, help me research these videos, which ultimately get turned into videos like my debunk videos or my deep dive videos, like did I find a real ghost, 5 claims of the paranormal investigated. So that's kind of the process, guys. I am super excited. We've got 8 people on already. CC, what's up? We got Epi Ratner here. And yeah, I'm excited. That was a quick explanation. We're going to get right into this. And I don't really have, I might do some like promotion later in the live stream, but I don't have any goals. So we're just going to get into this. And the reaction suggestion here, we're going to go back and forth between a reaction suggestion and like reading maybe some of your stories. Oh, I forgot to mention, if you have any like personal stories you wouldn't mind sharing during a live stream, you can go over to the Discord as well and share a story here. And we have a great story. I have not read this from Epi Ratner, but this will be a live reaction from her story right there. Okay. All right, we're going to go into this reaction suggestion. We're going to do this first. And then, yeah, we already looked at some of that, I believe. Yeah, I think we did that. So we've got one from Matt H here. What's your opinion on this one? Number 5, Flaming Entity from this week's Slapped Ham video. All right. You guys, so one thing about doing these reactions is that, like, I was kind of getting away with it early on, but since I've been doing this more often, I can't really monetize. I try to, but I often have monetization problems with these live streams because I watch things like Sir Spooks or nukes, and YouTube will like give me like monetization strikes and whatever, and I can't, like, I don't know. It's just an issue. But if you want to, so I'm not really getting like AdSense, a lot of AdSense money from doing these live streams. So any support would be much appreciated. We're gonna click on this number 5. Matt says, I think he's linked it at the correct spot here.
Zona del Terra.
Okay, so this is from Slapped Ham. This was posted just recently, just like a day or so ago, I think.
Is a freaky.
We'll full screen this. Matt, are you saying that I'm blurry? Like, can anybody else like confirm whether or not I am blurry? From my screen, it looks like I am crisp. Anybody also comment and let me know if I'm blurry on the screen, and I'll maybe try to fix that. This is suggested by Matt H. This is a freaky little clip uploaded to Facebook. Oh, got it. Mikhail Fisher joining us. Thank you for joining the stream. It's good to have you.
Freaky little clip uploaded to Facebook by Zona Del Terra.
Okay.
It shows someone filming a fire right next to a parked car. At first the fire is weird enough, but things quickly turn a whole lot worse. Watch.
Whoa, there's somebody in the fire. Not running away from the fire. What?
As you can see, some kind of figure emerges from the flames. They don't seem to be harmed by the fire at all as they walk behind the car and out of sight. Unfortunately, that's all there is to this bizarre clip. We have no further info and we don't know why the person was filming the fire in the first place. Some people thought perhaps it's an optical illusion and that someone was walking behind the fire, but the bright flames make it look like they're actually inside of it. So what do you think's going on here? Is it an optical illusion? Or is this genuinely some kind of strange figure that's able to walk through fire? Love to hear your take on this in the comment section down below.
Huh. That's what I thought at first too, that it was behind the fire. Oh, Michael. My bad. Yeah, at first I thought it was behind the fire, but then I think it may actually be in front of the fire. It is a really good optical illusion though. So first and foremost, just with this, he didn't give a whole lot of information about who filmed this or where it was filmed. To me, there doesn't look like any like editing going on. It looks like whatever we're seeing is actually being represented in real life. The light is coming into the camera. That's my opinion anyway. I don't think there's any weird CGI or post editing going on here. And so it just calls into question, is that really a person? I think it is.
Take on this in the comment section down below.
It's the outline of like a child maybe, like wearing shorts. Oh man, that is weird. That is super weird.
To walk through fire. Illusion or is...
So right there, somebody is standing in front of the fire.
So what do you think's going on here? Is it an optical illusion? Or is this genuinely some kind of strange figure that's able to walk through fire? Love to hear your take on this in the comment section down below.
I'm trying to make sense of that. That's hard to believe that it's in front of the fire.
To hear your take on this in the
but
comment
there is like a
section
part
down
where it
below.
looks like it is in front of the fire, but actually I'm actually more inclined to think that somebody is behind the fire, because it would have to be like such a crazy angle. That kid would have to be like super close to the fire, and it would be too hot for him to not be like running away.
Is it an optical illusion? Or is this genuinely some kind of strange figure that's able to walk through fire? Love to hear your take on this in the comments section down below.
It does look... There's parts of it where it looks like it's in front of the fire. What do you guys think of this? This is a weird one to start us off. This is great. More likely in front of the fire. A being obscured due to the light. Gets it right the first time. Oh. Source in the description. Okay, let's actually... I actually want to see... Source. Oh, this is... Looks like it's from a... Oh, no, this is number 5. It looks like this person is just reposts things. I don't know that this is the actual person. Zona del Terror. Got a hold of this. It looks like this is Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. Is anybody seeing anything? Oh, your guys' comments are way like right over the Facebook comments. Does anybody see anything in those comments that might like what does Francisco Augustine have to say? Does anybody speak Spanish on this? Can be replicated fairly easily by tapping a pencil to a headlight. Put it on brights and try to see the pencil from a distance. Yeah. This effect can be replicated fairly easily by tapping a pencil to a headlight. Let's see the pencil from a distance. One comment says optical effect in Spanish. So I guess what we have to deal with here is I really hope that we can come to a good consensus on this. I don't think... I'm just going to say right off top, I don't believe that this is like a fire entity. I don't believe that this is somebody actually walking through the fire. It's got to be somebody either behind the fire or in front of the fire, like Michael says. But I'm just having a hard time with it being in front of the fire. I see your point, Michael. Like putting a pencil in front of like bright headlights. Yeah, I totally get what you're saying there. I'm just wondering if that really applies to this. Okay, okay, yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. This is somebody in front of the fire. That's crazy, though. I think the fire might be further back than it appears. To me, it looks like it's almost right in front of the car. But it might be like maybe even 10 feet further away from the car. Maybe 5 feet. And that would give somebody plenty of space to be able to walk in between the fire and the front of the car. That is bizarre, though. Yeah, it looks like just a kid. All right, we'll go back to the YouTube version of this. And I'm just going to frame by frame it one last time, and then I'll come to like my conclusion.
Is it an optical illusion, or is this genuine? So what do you think's going on behind? Some people thought perhaps...
The weird... Yeah, it's just... That's so hard. That is so hard.
Unfortunately, that's all there is to this bizarre clip. We have the fire at all as they... the flame. As you can see, some kind of figure emerges from the flames. They don't seem to be harmed by the fire at all as they walk behind the car.
With
and
like
out
a
of
poor
sight.
resolution camera. Yeah, that might be it. It would be hot. Here's where I'm at. I don't believe this is paranormal. I don't believe that somebody is actually walking through the fire, and I really don't believe this is edited. I don't think it's like special effects or anything like that. For a variety of reasons. But it is a really good optical illusion. It's really good. So here's where I'm at. I'm going to put this, like, being paranormal, I'm going to put this... Christopher Ramirez, what's up, man? Oh, man. How long has it been? It's good to see you in the chat, man. I haven't heard from you in like 15 years, dude. Let me know in the chat how you're doing. Maybe hit me up afterwards. This is what I'm going to say about this. Usually I have to give a 5 out of 10 to put this on my list as like something either I think it's paranormal or deserves more investigation. Right now, I'm going to give this a 4. If there's enough of you in the comments, because I think Michael is right that it's an optical illusion. It's a kid is like walking from right to left in front of the fire, but it does look really strange. I'm at a 4 right now. If enough of you in the comments can like convince me to bump this up to a 5, then I will, and I'll put it on the list. But yeah, several of you kind of have to like convince me to put it on the list though. So that's where that one is going. Occlusion, I think. That'd be something good to look into. So right now it's a 4 for me. It's not going to go on the list. Nah, I agree with you, a 4. Yeah, okay. Everybody just comment really quick on a scale from 0 to 10 what you think this should be. I'm going with a 4. If enough of you think it's higher, then I might reconsider and we'll look at it again. But we're going to move on. So we usually go back and forth with a reaction and a story. So Epi Ratner, CC says 2. Okay. Can anybody rebut a 2? Oh, Mostermental says 5. Okay. Mostermental needs to gain some... if anybody can back what Mostermental says. Christopher Ramirez says 3.5. Okay. Keep commenting if you guys have more opinions of what you think 0 to 10. We're going to move on and we're going to share a story. We're going to share a story from one of my newest patrons, Epi Ratner. And let's see, this was posted December 27th. I haven't read this yet. So this is, I purposely didn't read this. I wanted this to be a genuine first time reading. So here we go. I'm not going to dive too deeply into my time living in a haunted house. I could go on and on about how the house held a negative energy and how it affected my family. While I do not believe that negative energy or dark energy can make a person do terrible things, I do believe it influences a person that was already on that dark path. In this house, there was domestic violence, unexplained animal deaths, and a close friend who frequently stayed at my house slipped into a dark state of mind and took his own life. His death did not happen in my house. The violence got so bad it split the family and the house ended up in foreclosure. This happened in the mid-1990s. Also, I know it sounds cliche, but paranormal activity in the house dramatically increased after my sister started playing around with the Ouija board. I will not let anyone in my house now. Nope, never gonna happen. Anyway, here are the top 10 weird things I have witnessed in that house. Wow, already off the top. I'm sorry to hear that. That's really, really unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. I do agree with you completely, Epi, that like dark or negative energy can influence people, but it can't force anybody to do anything. It's just like a slow fade, I guess. I agree completely there. So number one, I was in the bathroom. I was standing facing the toilet. On the back of the toilet was a can of foam soap. It was an aerosol can about 6 inches high. It sat there away from the edge, and it had been there untouched for a long time. Without warning, it flew off the back of the toilet and onto the floor. It did not just fall. It was like an unseen force swiped it, and it flew a few feet before hitting the floor. Wow. Number two, while the whole family was in the living room watching TV, the door leading from the house into the garage slammed. That could be easily explained as a draft, except for the fact that the door was on a heavy spring that kept the door closed. The farther it was opened, the louder it would slam closed, even unlatched. The spring would keep it closed. A force much greater than a draft would be needed to open it. There was no draft, by the way. This door slammed like it was opened all the way and let go. Again, no other person was unaccounted for. We were all in the living room. Furthermore, from the living room, you could look down the hall straight at the door. No one was there. Wow. We have Dizzy. Dizzy just joined us. Thank you for joining the stream. Right now we're reading Epi's experience right now, and then we'll get into another reaction after this. Number 3. Once I was in the living room by myself. No one had been in there with me. I was just casually looking around when I noticed the ottoman in my dad's chair was indented as if someone was sitting there. I watched it slowly decompress or rise up as if whatever was sitting there had gotten up. That's crazy. Wow. Number 4, every night after we would settle down to go to bed, I could hear footsteps in the hallway. It sounded like someone was lazily walking, dragging their feet on the carpet. My sister could hear it too. I started locking my door. Not that could stop a ghost. Well. Number 5, the family dog. A little Pomeranian would often beg to no one. This dog would sit up and row his little paws in front of him. He did it to everyone for food or attention. He started to beg to an invisible entity. He was acting like someone was there and he wanted their attention. This activity picked up right after my grandfather passed away. My mom was convinced this was her dad. He loved Pomeranians. But my grandfather never lived or even visited my house, so I don't know. Whatever it was creepy as all hell. It's a totally different ball game when animals start reacting to unseen things. Yeah, it is. And some of the most convincing video footage that I have seen is of animals, because it's hard to train them to pretend to see things or to react to invisible entities. And when they do that, like I'm imagining videos I've seen of cats or other dogs doing that, exactly how you described it, and it is really strange. Number 6, many times cold gusts of wind would brush against the back of my legs. This often happened in the kitchen. It would be like someone quickly walked behind me. I would turn around abruptly to find no one there. And then I see my dog at the other end of the room sitting there, begging to no one again. Wow. Number 7, at night, looking outside my house into my yard, both front and back, I could vaguely make out moving shadows resembling people. That could be many things, but my dog would bark like crazy at them. Also, I was not the only one to see them. One time, my brother was on leave from the Navy and he was sleeping on my bottom bunk. I was on the top. He looked out my window and saw the same shadowy figures. It scared the crap out of him. He was too afraid to move or speak loudly. He kept whispering my name, but I was asleep. He told me in the morning about his terrifying experience. I wasn't shocked. I was used to weird things happening. So, not exactly like that, but I could share with you somewhat similar experiences from my own life. And when you said I wasn't shocked, I was used to weird things happening, I got the same way. After so many weird experiences and seeing things similar in nature, it stopped being scary, and I just kind of accepted it. And I said this on when I was reading my last video, where I was reading like scary stories from Reddit. I think things can be innocent, but just because we don't know what they are, we feel scared and we feel terrified, and then sometimes we might even think the things that we're afraid of are evil when they're not actually evil. I don't know. In many cases they might be, but I think just the mere fact that we don't know what's going on makes us feel like it's evil. Wow, that is, yeah, that's really scary though. Number 8. One night, my mom and I were sitting in the hot tub in the front yard. It was a clear night until a cloud formed over us. It had a reddish hue and resembled a flame. Later that night, my sister told me that her and her friend were playing around with the Ouija board and contacted an arsonist. This one is kind of on the fence for me. It was weird, but could just be a coincidence with a logical explanation. That is really weird. Number 9. One day, I was sitting in the living room. I was either playing an electronic game or doing a word search. Out of the corner of my eye, I see my sister walk down the hall, past the living room, and into the front part of the house, out of sight. I didn't look up at her. I focused on whatever I was doing. Then, a few minutes later, my sister walks down the hall. That time, I looked up like, what the heck? She just walked down the hall. There was no way she could have walked down the hall twice unless she teleported back and did it again. The second time, it was definitely her, but the first time, I don't know who or what it was. It was in female form. It was not my parents or anyone else. This was the most compelling paranormal event that I have witnessed. Wow. Lastly, number 10. Lastly, in one night, something killed all my hamsters, but one who was burrowed and hiding in the house. These hamsters were in separate cages in different rooms. At first, my mom freaked out and thought there was a carbon monoxide leak. We ran outside into the front yard with our dog and waited for a technician to check the house. There was no leak. The hamster that survived had eaten the same food and had the same setup as the others. We never did find a logical explanation for their deaths. This house is located in San Juan Capistrano, California. If you're familiar with SJC, then you know about its haunted history. I was never a big believer in the paranormal until living in that house. Now I totally believe in the paranormal. Wow, man. I'm glad that you chronicled all of those experiences, because like maybe just one of those on their own, you could just like, skeptics could easily like rationalize and say you were, I don't know, just seeing something that wasn't there. But because of the number of experiences that you had, and several of them are very compelling on their own, I believe you. I believe those stories. I really do believe that houses take on strange and negative energies, and that houses do become haunted. I've lived in some of them myself. The arduous task, though, is just proving it. Trying to figure out a way to objectively show that this type of stuff happens. It's very difficult. but that's kind of what my my goal is here. So let's read some of the comments, and then we're gonna thank you, Epi, for sharing that. And that is exactly what this share a story section is for. If you have a story to share, similar interesting things, they're strange or unexplainable. It doesn't even have to be ghosts. It can be just some mystery that you don't know about. Feel free to share your story, and if you like it, obviously if you're comfortable to share your story over on the Share a Story on my Moonlit Ghost. The link to the Discord is in the description. This Share a Story Blue is all of my patrons should have access to the Share a Story Blue. So if you are supporting me on Patreon, I will prioritize these if we start getting a lot more stories to tell. Okay. All right, let's go back to the reaction suggestions here. Ooh. We got Cece, our Moonlit Ghost investigator here for the fire entity. Feet on the ground from the last video. Perhaps the flame is reflecting in a puddle of water on the ground. Perhaps a flame. Oh. Maybe that's why they're so comfortable standing near it. So the fire is actually much smaller than it appears. That very well could be. That's actually a very good explanation for that. Either way, that is a really good optical illusion. And oftentimes these types of illusions are captured on camera, and there's so many ways light can just trick our minds. I don't think these people were intentionally trying to fool us, but that's a very good explanation. I think CC might be right there. Okay. Reaction suggestion. Kinda a reaction. Kinda just holy crap moment. Let's see. So this is Reddit, right? This isn't two separate things. Oh, I think it's like Reddit, but the next one is like a video. Let's just go to the video here. I guess it probably just takes you. Yeah, let's do that. So this black bear with injured front legs walks upright through a New Jersey neighborhood. I have seen this happen before. Not in real life, but yeah. That's unfortunate the bear is injured, but look at that. Wow. I guess I should full screen that. Sorry, guys. That is wild. Oh, I was going to read some comments about that. Yeah, so animals, Matt H says, animals and babies, small children seem to be very sensitive to that kind of stuff. I agree 100%. Christopher Ramirez says, wow, no wonder how these paranormals are happening just knowing that they're messing around with the Ouija board. Yeah. Epi says, a lot of scary things happened in the 5 years I lived there. I will never go back there. I don't blame you. Yogi the Bear does exist. Yeah, this is crazy. This is just wild. So I have seen bears walk upright like that. So yeah, it's very clear that bears can walk upright. And imagine, I think Matt was saying he wonders how many Bigfoot sightings are really just bears that walk like this. I don't doubt that there are a lot of sightings. People who see upright walking bears who say Bigfoot. That is wild. Yeah. I think, yeah, they probably do get misconstrued. And there might actually even be more reasons than just injured front legs why they would walk upright. I don't know, though. You know what would be, I just had a thought. People know what bear tracks look like, but I often think, I wonder how a bear track would change if it was just the back foot of the bear. The weight distribution would be completely different. That might be actually a point to look into, actually. What does a upright walking bear track look like? I've never seen anything about that. Huh. To Matt's point, like Bigfoot or Dogman, the way it shook its head, like that, I can imagine a lot of people misconstruing that as a Dogman. Yeah, and I think Epi is exactly right. They can walk upright without injury as well. So that's super interesting. I saw this. This is a recent thing. I put this in this channel because I wanted to react to it during this live stream. I didn't watch a lot of it, but let's just go here and check this out. Naked alien photographed in port of Montana known for UFO sightings. We're just gonna read this article. Okay. Hunters oftentimes set up cameras on trees deep in the woods to see what kind of wildlife lives in the area, but one in Montana captured a very strange creature, so odd that it might not be from this planet. It was snapped by Donald Bromley's camera deep in the woods of Redgate in Deer Lodge, Montana, and it shows an eerily shaped gray humanoid. The area where it was photographed is a hotspot for paranormal activity. Bromley told the local news station that there are often UFOs, lights in the sky, unexplainable things there. Among the strangeness is in the area, cars mysteriously stall on the road for no reason. Bromley spoke about the image, saying he first thought it was just a person, but the more I look at it, it was just odd. It was out of place, and everything just matches the alien persona. The bigger, bulbous head. You can tell he has no clothes. He's kind of a transparent being. Let's take a look
A
at what the
hunter
video
claims he
says.
caught a naked alien on camera as the creature ran past his trail camera in a notorious UFO hotspot. The photograph, which shows a strange, bulbous-headed figure darting by, was captured in a remote area of Montana in the U.S. Donald Bromley snapped the picture in the area known as Redgate, which is claimed to be awash with paranormal activity like UFO.
Sorry, I'm just catching up on the bear comments. Yeah, the video narrator does sound kind of like an alien.
He said at first he thought it was a person, but the more he looked at the grainy image the more convinced he became it was something out of this world. The strange image has surfaced amid surging interest in UFOs as Congress and the Senate voted through a brand new office to investigate.
Wait, what?
Surging interest in UFOs as Congress and the Senate voted through a brand new office to investigate the phenomena. And it comes after a landmark Pentagon report in June saw the U.S. admit for the first time there is something in their skies they cannot explain. But residents in Montana have been reporting strange lights in the sky for decades, making it one of America's hotspots for unidentified flying objects. The image which are claimed to show an alien has shown the spotlight on an Redgate area, which is near the small town Deer Lodge. Filmmaker and investigator Patrick Cutler, a resident of the area, told The Sun Online he is working to make a documentary about the phenomena around Redgate. He said the naked alien on the trail camera is just one of a series of mysterious events that have taken place in the area. There is much more to the story than people realize, Cutler said. Mr. Bromley told KXLF. The more I look at it was just odd. It was out of place and everything just matches the alien persona, the bigger bulbous head. In the added eye as the blood. U.S. officials dismissed UFOs at the conclusion of Project Fire.
A lot of what this guy is saying, I don't think is really pertinent to this alien photo. I wish there was an actual just photo, but it's like only in videos.
Okay. 2 years ago, I ran about 40 trail cameras on a ranch east of Deer Lodge. It's kind of my thing. I ran an outfitter business, and I got very involved in trail cameras. I went and checked this camera one day, and as I downloaded it, I noticed I got this very strange image. It looked like a guy trespassing. Couldn't really put heads and tails of it. Almost deleted it, and I thought, I'll show my friends this picture. It's kind of interesting. One thing led to another, and I put it in front of the right person, and it blew their mind. They actually told me instantly, I got a picture of a fifth dimensional reptilian, which I'd never heard any of those words before, let alone together. Then we ended up doing a
Neither
clip.
have we.
Really? You want me to hit on this? Because I know all about it now.
Yes, I think so. So, Don, just really quick. So you were the one that did the locker room videos. Is that what we're talking about, to be clear?
Yeah, I'm not proud, but if you hit the link below, I can send them to you for really cheap. So it might not have been me, but
That's definitely not an alien, Don.
Yeah, okay. We're not going to watch much more of that. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, what I know is that people, just regular people with these types of cameras, can make a really blurry image look almost like anything. Like if he was like running quick or just moving fast. I don't know. I don't think the head is like any bigger than like a normal person's head. I actually think I do see clothing, like maybe a jacket or something. And last but not least, I actually am curious. What do you guys think of the possibility that this isn't even actually a person or like a humanoid figure? That would be too coincidental. Like, what if this was like something like a smudge on the camera lens? Is that stretching it too far? The reason I say that is because like this is supposed to be its arm, right? But the arm doesn't have any like dimension to it. It's just like flat. And same with this thing right here. And I don't know. Either way, I don't think this is if I had to choose between like a camera light anomaly, even if it is a person being blurry and stuff like that, or a fifth dimensional reptilian, which I'm not discounting that there's a possibility that those reptilians are out there, I would go with the more mundane explanation on this one. This just is not enough. It's just not clear enough. It's a very blurry human. We got Color a Dodo King in here. Thanks for joining the stream. Different YouTube, and the next thing you know, here I am. Thanks for joining. That's awesome. Yeah, Michael says it could be something liquid on the lens. Yeah, I'm not convinced about this. Either it is a person. If it is a person, I feel like it's wearing clothes. If it's not a person, it could just be like a liquid or some smudge on the lens. That's what I'm going with. As usual, if anytime you guys disagree with my conclusion, I usually draw a lot of my thoughts from what you guys say. If you disagree with what I say and you think something needs to be re-looked at or reevaluated, Cece does this a lot. She will take something and like screenshot it and then look at it more in depth and then throw it in Discord. And usually I'll hear the notification, and usually just right then and there I'll go look at it and we can get further clarification on things. So feel free to do that. Links to the Discord should be in. I'm making sure that they're in the description. Yep. Patreon, Discord, and Latest Tale. Yep. All those links are in the description of this video. That's Uncle Hester. He's got a gun. Okay. If you guys think this deserves more evaluation, it deserves to go on the list, then just make your thoughts be known. All right, we're going to exit out of that, and then we're going to... I don't think there is any more people sharing their stories. We don't have any stories from there. We might dip into Reddit and share some strange Reddit stories. But in the meantime, let's go to... Oh yeah, that was just that. Oh yeah, and Alina the person. Okay. Oh, Lepsky. I was looking for a still image of it, and they just had it there. Yeah. Okay. So that's reaction suggestions, share a story. That's what we've got on Discord right now. If you guys have any more reaction suggestions, drop in there. Otherwise, we're going to go to YouTube and Reddit to fill in some time. And right now, we're going to do a creature reaction from Nukes. This was 2019, so a couple years ago. It's weird to say 2019 was a couple years ago. Here we go, guys. You ready? Top 5 mysterious creatures caught on camera.
Top 5 mysterious.
So really quick, before we jump into all of this, we've got 15 people on. So if you are new to this channel, this is what we do. We critique, we evaluate. I believe in ghosts, I believe in cryptids, I believe in aliens, but I think a lot of it that you see online is not genuine. It's fake or misconstrued or pareidolia. And I'm trying to find real evidence. We watch things like this. You guys submit your evidence or videos and things like that. We watch it live, we break it down, and if during the live stream I think it's worth further investigation, I rate it from 0 to 10 and I put it on a list. If it hits 5 or higher, I'll put it on what I call my moon list, and then from there I draw from the moon list, take it over to Discord. We put it in the Moonlit research section, which some of these are locked for patrons only, but some of them aren't. And if you have any insights into any of these things, head on over to Discord, let me know what you think, and ultimately from there I make videos, I make debunking videos and deep dive investigations based off of all of your input. And I usually shout out the people who help me solve these things. Okay, here we go.
Creatures caught on camera. What waits in the woods. The guy who filmed this video says that he lives in a remote area of Oregon, surrounded by woods. He claims that he had been hearing strange sounds coming from the forest behind his house for days. So, one night he decides to take a camera out to investigate the mysterious sounds. This is what he caught on camera.
I'm hearing the things in my woods again. I don't know if you can hear the noise. I'm recording with night vision right now. I've been hearing the sounds in the back of my woods. Quite a bit. The heck is that?
I think this is
Oh my god!
yeah.
The video shows some strange thing with large glowing eyes kneeling in the bushes. So is this some strange creature caught on camera? Is it just really good CGI? Or maybe a small, very thin person with excellent special effects makeup? You decide.
Beer Runner says cow. Is that that's gonna be like an ongoing a joke? Oh, we've got. I haven't uploaded the new emojis yet, but if you go into the comments, let's see. I'm uploading emojis, like debunked emojis, psychic Sasquatch, and just different things like that. That is in the process for members, people who are members of the channel. So there's that. Join. You can join the button for $1 a month. So this one, and I just thought of the cow. We might have to make it's a cow. It's a cow emoji. Let's see here. Let's read some of the comments. Voidlock says that I can prove that Bigfoot is real. There's also that. I'm working on it. I really am working on it. Best engaging channel out there. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Voidlock. This looks like some Blair Witch stuff. Deaf cow. An oldie but goodie. It is old and most likely faked. Pretty sure I've seen some debunks of this before. Yes. Nice. So Cece just did the debunked bin emoji. So members can type in, I think, debunked, and you get that. I'm getting a new debunked one. There's a better version of that Joe Slinker did for me. I'm getting those uploaded sooner than later. So I've got a debunked. I've got a psychic Sasquatch. Voilock says it's a goat sucker, a chupacabra. What's that thing doing? It's Schmeagol. So, anybody familiar with the Boo Review? They don't post anymore. I don't know why, but I was a big fan of the Boo Review. They actually debunked this one. But not many people know that it's been debunked, and they did a pretty good job of it. This actually goes back to like an obscure ad. I can't pull it up right now because I just don't remember what it was, but this was actually for an ad, like a marketing ploy. It was called like Fallen Angel or something like that. And the Boo Review was actually able to find, I believe they were actually able to find the original source. I don't know which episode of the Boo Review is in, but I remember seeing them debunk that one. And actually, I think that is worthwhile. I know it's debunked, but I want to disseminate that information further and get that, because this one weighed on my consciousness for a long time before it was debunked. And I want to put that on the list as a 0 with a note to just re-emphasize that it has been debunked. Fallen Angel in Woods. And we're going to do like a note. Debunked by Boo Review. All right.
Good CG.
We got Matt H with $2. I don't know what it translates. It might be a euro. Yeah, is that a cow? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Southeast Asian folklore, there is said to be a creature called a tuyul. It is basically the spirit of someone young that has been summoned back to life in a misshapen goblin-like form. Now this next video from Bogor, Indonesia is pretty much terrible potato quality video.
That is
But
exceptionally
the clip
bad.
is so bizarre and creepy that I just had to feature it.
I might have seen this one before.
Astagfirullah, itu tuyul di.
There's a tuyul right there next to you.
Tuyul. Itu belum itu dari digiring sia. Tergiring si perpisan tenempo. Di lo onita tuyul. Digiring sia tu tuyul.
They're saying there's
digiring sia
nothing
tuyul
there.
eta. Di.
So the guy with the camera is saying that he's seeing somebody right there, but the people there look over and there's nobody there. Nah, there's nothing there.
Nyamperin sia eta. Tadi dinya belum nyamperin sia oge di. Tolol tenar pun wah. Tadi lompatnya kan dia deh kaki kirim satu yul. Asap lagi berpenaingnya tadi. Di. Terpenaingnya tadi. Lagu saya tertempo. Di. Belum terpenaing di. Di. Tadi terpenaing bener aingnya loh. Di terpenaing tadi tadi ta. Tadi di dia. Bener aingnya. Terpen aing bener tengah bohong.
Does it come back? Oh, he's replaying it.
The filmer claims that the creature could only be seen through the camera, so the other two witnesses who are busy with some horrible musical duet can't seem to see anything.
Astagfirullah, itu tuyul di tuyul itu sebelah Jim, tuyul itu belakang itu dari pikiran sia.
Now, this is just my opinion, but the movements of the supposed creature just look too bizarre to simply be a kid in makeup, but also too smooth to be CGI. So, let me know what you think. They live.
Wow, okay. I'm gonna go to your guys' thoughts on that. That is super weird. Okay. Voilock says, we got to start getting creepy live stream going like proper people, but for creepy stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good idea. I do. I want to explore places. It's just a matter of time and money. That's what it is. Something nice. The singing is the scariest thing. Babies aren't bad, but I'm here. What did I miss? Oh, Emily, you missed a lot of good stuff. I don't know. You're just gonna have to go back and watch whatever it was. But yeah, we're on this Tuyu like demon thing. I want to see what you guys think of that. This one's been around a while. Yeah, it's been around. This one's vaguely familiar to me. Yeah, it seems like it's probably over 10 years old, maybe 15 years old. Starvin' Marvin is in the house. The party doesn't start till Starvin' Marvin is in the house. Welcome, Starvin'. Potato on purpose, I feel. Okay. Well, Boger, what a place. Could that be a Talus monkey? Tazno is in the house as well. What's up, man? How can the guy recording be so calm when he sees a thing like that right behind them, though? I would have flipped and been like, yo, move, goat sucker. This thing, they made this thinking they'd stump some Americans someday on YouTube. Gets all up in its face and he doesn't even move. I would have run a mile. If I saw something like that, I would drop the camera and run. Okay, I just want to, with those thoughts in mind, let's just go back to the first part of it. So they just like playing the music. So this, I have a couple questions. Next to you. This is a really old video, not just because it's bad resolution. I remember this, one of you said, this has been around quite a while, and so like the resolution, the poor resolution of the camera, it's not unreasonable to think that this is that it wasn't purposefully made to be like a potato cam. But I just am curious. Well, I'm wondering if we can find anything in this that can unilaterally verify that this is not edited. So like what I mean by that is that what we're actually seeing on camera is actually there, regardless of whether it's fake or real. Is this creature really there and they're just acting, or like is it? I think the thing is really there. But that jump, Okay, one of the reasons it looks really strange is because like it almost looks like it like just instantly like jump teleports over there because it like streaks. But I think it's not really like stretching or like weird or paranormal. It's just the resolution of the camera. Whatever it is, just does a quick jump over there, right?
Eto higirin siya to yun ito. Eto nyamperin siya ito.
There's nothing there. Where is it?
Hildinya blow niya.
Okay, so then I just want to keep an eye on it until we lose it. So it's this spot right here, and then the camera loses it,
Hildinya blow nyamperin siya oke di.
and then it comes around. At first, it kind of seems like the creature disappears, but it has an obvious escape route, right? Like off to the left of the camera. The filmer might be doing that on purpose. Idiots, they don't see it. Yeah, that is a really low reaction.
Tadi lompat na kan dia deh kalau dikirim satu.
Oh, so that's it right there? It's right here in front of me. Why don't you see it, you idiot? It's in front of me.
Proji berpenaing tadi. Di. Terpenaing tadi. Lagu siya tadampo. Di. Blunder penaing di. Di.
Yeah, I don't know. It does seem like they're acting. Like, I'm gonna be honest. It does just seem like they've staged this. It does seem that way. And at first it looks like the creature disappears, but it doesn't really disappear because it has plenty of space off to the left of the camera to go down the alleyway off camera. But I just want to take a close look at like its face and its body movement. Ituyul is next to you. Okay, when it makes this jump motion, it's just like it springs off of the right like block, concrete block or something like that. If you watch it fast motion, it looks like supernatural. It looks like super paranormal, but I think that is just a product of the low resolution camera. Yeah. All right. I think that this is just like I think it's just another person. I think that they are just like acting. But it might be like somebody wearing a mask because the face is like distorted. Like, the face is really odd. Do you guys think it's this person is wearing a mask? Fresh rate of the camera is really low, so it looks blurry when it moves fast. Yeah, exactly. It looks like some guy in a mask, half naked, on all fours. Yeah, Uncle Hester. That mask is creepy. See a raccoon and run. Yeah, the music. Asterisk. Yeah, the shutter speed makes it stretch. I would spell to see what people say they look like. We got Brian Yates in the house. Welcome. It looks like a little vampire. Can't see, it's blurry. All right, guys. I am monkey in a mask. All right. I am intrigued by this one. I'll be honest, because I do remember seeing this like from years and years and years ago. My thought on this is that whatever that is, I think it's really there. I think it's a physical person in front of the camera, and I think that those kids are just acting. The points to this that make it look supernatural or paranormal, the first part is that it looks like it disappears, but it doesn't really disappear. It just goes off camera. And the second part is that when it jumps, it looks like it stretches supernaturally, but that's just the frame rate of the camera. The only other thing, the acting does seem kind of off. And the only other thing is just the face. I think that this person would have to be wearing some sort of mask, right? I don't think this is going to go on my list. I'm going to be honest, I kind of wanted to put it on my list as like a 5, but right now it's like a 3.5 to me. If somebody can point something out about this that bumps it up, then I might bump it up. Yeah, it's a mask. Okay. All right, let's move on from this one. As always, in the comments or on Discord, or even email me at themoonlightghost@gmail.com if you disagree with my opinion on anything and you think that something was overlooked that deserves more attention. I'm always interested in further discussion. Chrome digital art style from the 90s. Oh, interesting. Okay. We're going to move on from this one.
Two witnessing were busy with that the creature could only be seen through the camera. So the other two witnesses who are busy with some of the supposed creature just look too bizarre to simply be a kid in makeup. Let me know what you think.
Yeah, the person was like contorting his body a little bit, but it didn't go out of range of like what somebody could do.
They live. This next bizarre video was recorded at a private party at a banquet hall in Russia. The party was attended by billionaires, supermodels, and politicians. Basically some of the most rich and powerful people in Russia. Popular Russian musician Sergei Shnurov and his band Ruble were hired to perform at the event. But something very odd happened when there was an unexpected temporary power failure in the venue. The video captures the bizarre, glowing eyes of some of the attendees. Although the video...
Starvin says, I couldn't figure out how to find you on Discord. Okay, so... I've had problems with these links in the past. I'm just going to check, make sure that link is working. Moonlit Ghost server. So that link in the description of this video where it says Discord, that should take you right to the Moonlit Ghost server. Hopefully it's a link. Otherwise, just copy and paste it. Yeah, I wasn't invited to that party either.
Only captures a few of them, Witnesses claim that most of the people at the party had these same strange glowing eyes.
Выступление, на самом деле, как выступление, но что-то случилось со светом в прекрасный момент, просто погас почему-то.
For some reason, majority of the people in the hall, these were, so to say, very wealthy, important people. Their eyes started to glow.
Глаза.
Oh my gosh!
Барабанщик у нас.
Our drummer just dropped his sticks.
Больше мы песен не играли. Было пи***ц как страшно. Даже я и не помню, как.
I don't even remember how we got home.
Кто эти люди были? Можешь назвать фамилию? Да чего?
Are you kidding?
Now, once this bit of video became public, there were all sorts of wild conspiracy theories. Everything from that the Russian cultural elite were all aliens or reptilians, to even claims that they were vampires. But the prevailing theory was almost as bizarre. Many people believed that these rich and powerful people were using mysterious biological experiments to stay young.
Already guessed. All these glowing eyes? Somebody explained to me after that it was some sort of effect of stem cells. I don't know, is that something?
So the theories on this one are divided, but all of the explanations offered are creepy and strange.
Oh my gosh.
So the question remains, what could cause a room full of the Russian elite to have eyes that glow in the dark?
What? That is so crazy to me.
Repeater.
Oh, okay. I don't even know. Thoughts on that? Anybody? Sideways in a minute? Yeah. The lizard people of infrared light system running for the party, and it reflected off of their eyes showing on camera. Lenses that do that. Yeah, there could be contact lenses. There could be any number of things, but that is really weird. You don't generally see that happen. I am going to put this on the list just because I want to investigate this further. I really just want to know what's going on here. That is crazy weird to me. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it as a 5 just because I want to research it more. Human glowing eyes at party. That's crazy. Oh man, what if there? I mean, can you imagine that for like a second? Like, what if you were like just a billionaire and like your billionaire buddy's like, hey, want to live forever? Just here, meet me out back, or like I don't know, like like what if there really are people who are doing some sort of like drug or experiment or thing that just dramatically increases your lifespan and it makes your eyes glow in the dark? That's just absolutely bizarre to me. Reptilian agenda. That's, you know, I don't know. Maybe there are reptilians infiltrating high orders of government. I don't know. I really don't know. Infrared can produce an eye shine in humans. Yeah, it can. So I guess, is that?
So the question remains.
But I guess my immediate question is like, are they filming with their regular camera, but there's infrared light at the party, just shining that we don't see on the camera?
So the theories.
Then we take the world. I wasn't even gonna bring up adrenochrome. Voidlock did it for us. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. So, Michael, yes, infrared can produce eye shine. But I guess I am generally, you generally see like the infrared, like through the lens of an infrared camera itself, but I don't actually understand the physics of this very well. Are you saying that there is infrared light being shown at these people, but then the regular camera is picking it up after it reflects from their eyes? Yeah, the interviewers made it sound like they saw it in person. I don't know. That's really weird. That's why I went on my list. I'm gonna research that more, and maybe like it was in person. Yeah, it does sound like it was in person. Yeah, I'm gonna research that one more.
This one are divided, but all of the explanations offered are creepy
spectrum.
And strange.
Yeah, so Michael says you got to have an infrared camera. People there are saying insinuating that they saw it in person, but lights used for DJ setups and stuff like that. There are all kinds of things using infrared that could cause the shine, but did they see it in person? That is a question. It's going on my list. I'm going to research it more, and maybe I'll put that in a future video. It's part of the spectrum. Yeah, okay.
Strange.
We've got 19 people on here. I'm just going to go through my quick pitch really quick. If you're just joining us, if you're just like trying to figure out what we do on this channel, I am a believer in the paranormal, but I think most of what you see online is not real. It's fake or edited or misconstrued somehow. We discuss things. We look at scary videos. I give it a rating from 1 to 10. If it's a 5, it goes on the list. And then I go over to my Discord and we discuss further of these things on the Discord. And then I make future videos about the things that we discuss. So that's kind of the process. The whole point is to try to find real evidence of the paranormal. So go ahead and like and subscribe and support me on Patreon. All right, let's and there's also a join button. You can become an orb for 99 cents a month.
The question remains,
and get like cool emojis.
What could cause a room full of story?
Oh, I know that brick, that brick ledge right there by heart. This is Maddie Ann.
I gotta check this out.
I've covered the story of YouTuber Maddie Ann on this channel a couple of times in the past. But as a quick recap, Maddie Ann and her husband Devin claim that something strange is stalking around outside their house at night. They've caught video, sound, and even filmed footprints of the alleged creature.
Okay, so if you know, you know. One of my most popular videos on the Moonlit Ghost is my video debunking Maddie Ann. And at first I was just going to put it in like a side project, like a top 5 or something like that. But then I saw her on like Paranormal Caught on Camera. And then she just continued to double down on the fact that all of this was real. And I just was like, no, it's not. And I made a video debunking Maddie Ann. And a lot of people comment about the footprints. There are people like diehard Maddie Ann fans who want to still believe that she wasn't faking the whole thing. And they point out that I didn't address the footprints in my video. In my script, I had a whole section dedicated, before I filmed the video, I was writing it, I had a whole section on my script dedicated to the footprints. But I thought, the footprints are like the easiest thing to debunk. These footprints, and I just thought I would be wasting time on the video, even addressing the footprints. These footprints, look at that. These are flat, non-dimensional footprints. And the spikes, what I'm pretty sure this is it's like a piece of aluminum metal that her boyfriend / husband at the time cut out because he was a metal worker. He was a welder and he cut metal.
Look at that.
In the darkness piece.
Yeah, and she continually said that like she'd point her camera out there and there was like a fence with like bushes and things, and she kept saying that like there's nothing out there. Literally like 10 feet from this like porch view is the backyard of somebody else. This is a neighborhood. Like she lives in a neighborhood and there are houses surrounding her house. Not the woods. Anyway, I could kind of go off on this, but I still get comments on that video today, people defending like, oh, you didn't address this. She was telling the truth. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm giving her a hard time, but like...
Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Some of Maddie's followers in her Discord room analyzed the footage and noticed something terrifying. As she pans her camera around the yard.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the video, just go to my like channel. It's like Maddie Ann Debunked or something like that. I have a whole video dedicated to Maddie Ann. Yeah. We got John Sandoval III in here. I found this channel from the debunk video. I immediately subscribed after that. Nice. Good to have you, John. We got Matt debunked, Ben. Welcome to the Moonlit Ghost Club. Through the Marble Mountain Bigfoot video. Oh, nice. That's cool. I actually got a lot of flack on the Marble Mountain Bigfoot video too. Anytime you try to debunk something, somebody's gonna have a problem with what you're doing. I really spent a lot of time on the Marble Mountain video, and I believe in Bigfoot, but I don't believe that video showed a Bigfoot. I have a photo that I don't think I showed in that where I'm pretty positive you can see the person on the ridge, the Marble Mountain, wearing a sneaker, like a shoe. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, the Maddie Ann video is it's like my most popular video.
There seems to be a pair of glowing eyes staring back at her. He is doing around. They actually did just that. About 3 weeks ago, Maddie and her husband Devin moved to a new house.
Hey everybody, it's Maddie.
It's Devin.
And we're moving to the beach for the summer. We are sick of what's happening at our house. We want to get some distance between us and it.
Maddie Ann hasn't made a public post on her YouTube channel since. So this might be the last update for a while. Thanks for watching. Please follow me on Twitter at NukesTop5, and if you'd like to suggest...
Tasno, thank you for saying that. Yeah, I did spend a lot of time on that. I was like really stressing over that one, trying to figure out how to come at it. But yeah, Maddie Ann, yeah, people do, want their 15 minutes of fame. And for the most part, if you go out of your way and you make a funny, like a crazy fake a ghost video or whatever, I don't really care. It's fun to do. It's fun to fool your friends and family, and even if you put it online. But the thing about Maddie Ann is that over and over and over again, she just said she kept saying that she lived out in the woods, and there's nothing out there but the swampy woods area. But that wasn't even true. She literally, her backyard touches somebody else's well manicured backyard. And I just was like, no, it stops being fun when you just start blatantly lying over and over and over and over again. But anyway, welcome Voilok to the Orb, the Moonlit Mob. We got a new member. Voilok is a member, so sweet. You get a cool Moonlit Ghost loyalty badge, which upgrades the longer you've been there to just different colors. That's all it is. But also, I am uploading new emojis. Right now, you can do like a debunked bin emoji, but I've got a couple new ones coming. So, like if you type debunked stress, it showed. Yeah. Yeah, it is a neighborhood. All right, guys. So there was that. There was that video. Let's see if we have any. No stories told. If you guys wanna drop videos in the reaction suggestion, go drop a video. I will be. Make sure to keep it like YouTube or even like Reddit. I'll do like YouTube or Reddit. If it's like a different link, I probably won't click on it just because this is live and I don't want anything like weird happening. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. Until we get more reaction suggestions, we're gonna jump on over to Reddit and read some scary true stories from Reddit. But before I do that, I'm actually gonna pitch something. So I'm also like a storyteller. Like this is kind of an experiment. I want to watch this video really quick with you guys. This is something I put together. It's public. Anybody can watch it. But yeah, I want to watch this, guys, with you guys. This is a story that I just put together. I wrote it, but it's like a short thing, and I just made a short video, like a 5-minute video. And I just want to show this to you guys now if you haven't seen it yet. In a place away from Earth, and in a language removed from any you know, an alien, who looked very much like a human, was on trial. He stood exhausted, dejectedly in the cold shadow of the High Judge, who sat atop his gaudy throne. The judge, peering down at the man, spoke. "Mr. Typhobus Squeal," he squeaked. The gold tassels of his authoritarian purple cape vibrated to the sound of his voice that split the metallic air. "You are hereby charged with murder. Your time starts now. Defend yourself if you desire." He casually motioned to a large clock, ticking down, that hung on the marble wall. The alien, who had long dark hair and a thick beard full of dried mud, looked around forlornly and softly spoke up. "It's Typhobus Quill." "What?" the judge shot back. "My name is Typhobus Quill." The judge, with a look of slight disdain, sighed heavily. 23 more words, Typhobus Squeal." Anxiously, the man massaged his temples as every thump of the clock bore into his brain like needles. 16 guards surrounded him with blades drawn and shockers at the ready. There was no jury, and other than the guards, himself, and the judge, the only others within 2 miles of the courthouse was a line of 137 other individuals, standing just as forlornly outside the jam-encrusted doors of which the strongest of their world couldn't open by themselves. I was only... Typhobus Quill's breathing became heavy, and his bright green eyes darted back and forth wildly, his brow furrowing like a canyon as sweat dripped through it. 17 more words, or 3 minutes and 20 seconds, whichever you prefer, Mr. Typhobus Squeal. Typhobus Quill looked up at the judge, who yawned incredulously while fiddling with some papers before him. Then he looked around the poorly lit marble room. To his right and to the judge's left, there were 3 wooden doors on the ground floor covered in cobwebs and dust. In iron words framed above each, one said, "Not guilty." The second said, "Unresolved." And the third said, "Redeemed." On the judge's right, 3 more doors like the others stood, except these were clean, and the paths that led to them were several inches lower than the rest of the hard stone floor. The first said, "Liars." The second said, "Thieves." The third said, "Other crimes." Then there was one more door directly in front of Typhobus Quill, and immediately under the judge's throne. This one was clean as well, perhaps the cleanest of all. It said, "Murderers." Tyforbzaquil had only 1 minute left to speak his piece and apparently only 17 more words. He didn't know if it would do him any good, but he had a choice to make. Speak up and defend himself against the charge of murder brought against him, or say nothing at all and stoically accept his fate. And you, my dear phantoms, have the power to decide what becomes of Mr. Tyforbzaquil. What do you think he should do? If you are a patron under the Phantom tier, you can help decide by taking this Moonlit Multiverse poll right now. As soon as I get 11 votes, I will choose the most popular decision and continue Mr. Tyforbzaquil's story. But keep in mind this: the characters in these stories, the stories of the Moonlit Multiverse, don't have plot armor. They are all just as mortal as anyone else. In fact, maybe they are more susceptible to death, since you are controlling their fate. So, phantoms, what's it going to be? Vote now. All right. I just wanted to get that pitch in. I know it's going to be a little bit of an investment, but this is for my patrons under the Phantom tier. You can vote. It's $20 a month. I know not everybody can or even wants to do that, but that's what you get as a Phantom. You can choose do this whole, and the whole point is that like I want to create this world where there are like ghosts and like aliens, and eventually have this build into kind of an epic saga directed by like you guys, like the fans of this channel and what I'm doing. And I think that would be really cool. And I have the kind of a great storyline planned out for whatever you guys help him choose to do. So that was just my quick pitch there. So we've got a few people. Yeah. Sharma, welcome to the channel. We're gonna you jumped in during my Patreon pitch, but we're gonna get into some creepy stories, and we're gonna get into some more reactions here in just a second. How do you feel about the Shadow Dude from Ghost of Carmel, Maine? Good question, John Sandoval. I am currently working on a project to debunk Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. I have a video that I said in the thumbnail, debunking Ghosts of Carmel, Maine, and a lot of people weren't impressed with my attempt. So I'm gonna, similar to Maddie Ann, I'm gonna try to do a full-length video just on Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. The problem is that he's very sneaky. He's very sneaky. But I believe that I have irrefutable evidence that shows that he is faking his content. That said, I do believe in ghosts. I do believe in shadow people. I always have to like make sure I emphasize that. I just think that Ghosts of Carmel, Maine is not being genuine in their take on the paranormal. It's still in the works at the moment. Yeah. It's the Ghosts of Carmel, Maine project. Oh my gosh, it's so hard. Like it's so hard because like I've watched so much of Kent Boris's videos. It's like painful to watch now. But like the EVPs, the shadow people, he stopped doing Shadow Dude, by the way. Like I think after several people called him out on Shadow Dude, like there hasn't been a recent sighting of Shadow Dude. And I think he knows because people are onto him. And another thing is that Kent Boris is he's making his older videos private. I have been like downloading several of his videos just so I have them, because he's been getting rid of several of his earlier videos. So it's really frustrating. But it's hard because there's no like dead giveaways to like convince like a lot of people. The EVPs is one thing. You could do a lot of like debunking of EVPs, but if that's one of those things, like if you believe it, you believe it, and if you don't, then you don't, and it's going to be hard to change people's minds on that. One clip from Ghost of Carmel, Maine convinces me it's real. Ooh, interesting. What Mustermental says, there's one clip. If you have that clip, send it to me. Put it put it on the Discord, send it to me in email. I want to see what you're talking about because I'm very interested in what people have to say about Ghost of Carmel, Maine. Okay, yeah. And I am trying to reach out to more people who have been there. I really do myself want to go out there. It's just time and money. That's all it is. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Mustermental. If you find it, send it to me. I'd love to see it. Yeah, John asks a good question. Have you ever come across a video that has appeared authentic to you or you felt wasn't hoaxed? So, John, I have, yes, the answer to that is yes. I have this list right here about stories and videos and photos that actually and this isn't a comprehensive list. I'm slowly putting this together where I give ratings to different things. I just did a video where I addressed the White Lady of Worstead. This is a photograph that I believe to be a genuine image of a spirit lady. That said, since I posted that video, I had a lot of good comments about it that are building evidence, and I gather those comments in the Moonlit Research White Lady of Worstead section right here to try to evaluate whether it is authentic or whether it's not authentic. But this is one photograph that I believe to be a real photo of a spirit person. But like somebody said in the comment, the hat looks to me like a slouchy hat from the 70s. I'm gathering evidence for like these higher tiered things that I think are potentially real. I think this isn't so much a video, but I do believe that Sloth's Furnace is genuinely haunted. The Ape Canyon Sasquatch attack, I think I'm going to bump that down to like a 6. The dorm room poltergeist is hard to debunk. Like a mattress flies across the thing and other weird things happen. I'm not so sure about it, but yeah, there are definitely videos where I think, wow, that does seem really genuine. And the link to this, view only, should be in the description. But I am continually working on this list, trying to refine whether or not things are real or whether or not things are fake. So I hope that answers your question. John, no dumb questions. This is a great community. I appreciate everybody for joining and asking their questions. Sharma says she came here by way of the Diallo Pass video, but I'm digging the vibes. Thank you. I really appreciate that. We got a comment from Esoteric Data Lab. This is one of my first creepy shadows on Patreon. Asks, do you think UFO phenomena can be related to paranormal phenomena and vice versa, or do you believe they're completely separate? Oh, so that's a very nuanced question. So if you go to, there are like objects in the sky, right? Like physical objects that we can't identify, but then there are also like orbs and lights in the sky that do weird movements. I live like 3 or 4 hours west of Skinwalker Ranch. If you've ever heard of Skinwalker Ranch, they have like a hokey like Discovery Channel like documentary about it, which I'm not a big fan of. But if you've looked into the research, Skinwalker Ranch, it is one of the most paranormal sites like in the world. They've got everything there. They've got skinwalkers, they've got Indian mythology, they've got UFOs, they've got portals. It's crazy. And I live just a few hours from there, but the whole place is locked down. Like you can't really get into the facility or like the ranch itself. And thanks for joining us, Christopher Ramirez. It's good to hear from you again. Yeah, we'll see you. So that question, are UFOs related to the paranormal? I'm going to say yes and no. The reason I'm saying no is because a lot of UFOs are nothing paranormal. UFO just stands for unidentified flying object. And like the Navy UFOs, I've got videos discussing in depth those Navy UFOs that were making the rounds a few years ago. And a lot of those things I think are not genuine like alien technology or anything like that. They're more mundane sources. They're more mundane things. That said, there are genuine things in the sky that the broad public, it doesn't make sense to us. Like secret military craft, or the question on everybody's minds is it alien? Okay. Is it advanced technology that we don't have? And those are kind of two different questions. And I am like on the fence. I think it's possible. I think it's possible that there is alien technology out there, and that sometimes we see them. There's so many accounts. It's just hard to like separate the wheat from the chaff, right? Like so many people look up and they see a weird thing in the sky. Oftentimes, if you do your research and you know what you're looking at, like you can explain what those things in the sky are. But sometimes there are really difficult things to explain, and I just wonder if it's just beyond what we can rationally explain, and so we attribute it to aliens, right? When it's still not necessarily aliens. I don't know. I think there are genuine, very odd things that are inexplicable and unexplainable in our skies. But most of those things, even the things that people are saying, like higher up tiered people are saying are UFOs, I think still aren't. Yeah. There's no shortage of lore. I know. Oh my gosh. Sharma. Go to, it might be Ireland. I'm having a brain freeze. Okay. Sharma, this is for you right here. We're not going to watch this video right now, but for you to look up after the live stream. 3 ghosts. This is one of my videos. 3 satisfying ghost stories with unfinished business, plus my real ghost story. I don't know if you've ever heard of Haddock's Ghost. I think it's around Ireland. I could be wrong, but it's someplace over in that region. But there's a very famous ghost story. It's called Haddock's Ghost. And the person in that story is one of my ancestors. So after this live stream, go hit up 3 satisfying ghost stories. We're just going to get through some more of your comments. Yeah, I would love to be able to get into Skinwalker Ranch. I'm on the fence about UAPs, like unidentified aerial phenomenon. I think maybe it's a better distinction just because I don't know. I'm on the fence with that instead of UFO. Swamp castle weather balloons equals beyond the scope of understanding. I agree. Nuance and good way to put it. Yep. In the age of drones, UFO videos are very hard to believe a lot of the time. Exactly. And we got a $5 donation from Voidlock. Thank you. UFOs are mostly hidden military tech, in my opinion, but I do think there are real UFOs out there. Some ideas say that ghosts are in parallel universes. Yeah, and I have done like minimal research on Skinwalker Ranch, but yeah, like the UFO and like the different parallel universes, it all kind of coalesces. All the stories happen at Skinwalker Ranch. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate the $5, Vorlock. That's awesome. I'm really excited. We're gonna Okay, just comment right now, YouTube or Reddit. Like, do you want to see a reaction, or do you want to hear like scary Reddit stories from like Ask Reddit or like Paranormal? I'm gonna pull up maybe Reddit here. True scary stories. YouTube reaction, YouTube. Okay, it's funny how as passes people like us are less tinfoil hat wearing and more right. Yeah, yeah, it's funny. Okay, we'll do some more YouTube. We got Brian Yates saying Reddit, so we got a lot of people saying YouTube, so we're gonna do YouTube, and then we might do some Reddit stories a little bit later. Okay. What do you guys think? More nukes videos, or Sir Spooks, or drop some in the reaction suggestion? I kind of like Nuke's older videos better than his newer videos. Sir Spooks. All right, let's do some Sir Spooks. Yes, Voilock, I appreciate it. Alexander Newland is in the chat. What's up, man? We're gonna watch some Sir Spooks videos. And let's see. This was just, maybe we'll do his latest one. Top 5 scary videos you will not watch by yourself. That's true. We're watching it as a group of like 17 human beings right now. Okay. This is top 5 scary videos you not watch by yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take...
If you're new to the stream, help me rate these from a scale from 0 to 10. If anything 5 and higher, I'm going to put it on my list, and we'll dive into it further.
Take a look at 5 scary videos. Joining me today is Let's Read, who narrates true scary stories that will, as he puts it, lull you into beautiful nightmares.
I kind of dipped my toe into doing what this guy says he's doing. I did a Reddit true scary story telling just a few days ago.
And he does this 3 times a week. His videos are brilliantly produced and narrated and will definitely give you the shivers.
I could do a lot better on mine. Go over and like that, by the way. If you want to see me do some of that pretty regularly, get that video to 50 likes.
So if you're into that sort of thing, then I'm sure you're going to love the Let's Read channel. Also, I narrated a story for his channel which I think you'll find perfect for a sleepless night. So, with that said, let's begin. Losing any member of your family will undoubtedly be quite heartbreaking, and it takes plenty of time to heal, sometimes months or even years depending on circumstances. Millions of people all around the world consider their pets, such as their dogs, a part of their family. After all, they are man's best friend. But the following video, published to Reddit by username CandiceMay3, showcases some eerie evidence that perhaps dogs do have an afterlife. The uploader provides some context, stating that her dog passed away about a year ago, and she kept all of her belongings, including her favorite ball, to play with. Candice has a security camera installed inside her home that records activity throughout the night, as do millions of Americans. The following video was recorded on her camera at around 4 AM and seems to showcase some genuinely unsettling activity. Take a look. Just a couple of seconds into the video, what seems to be a normal night in Candace's house quickly turns into something much more bizarre. Her dog's favorite ball can be seen rolling across the floor, seemingly all by itself. Before just seconds later, a door in the background can be seen opening. Also, the ornaments on the tree can be seen moving throughout the clip, but that could of course be a draft or something like that. Candace states that she is usually quite skeptical when it comes to things such as the paranormal, but after reviewing the footage, she simply has no other explanation for what she saw. So, what do you think Candace is dealing with here? Was this the spirit of her deceased canine trying to give her a signal that it's okay? Is there another possible explanation for this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Okay.
This her sick with the other explanation for what she saw. So, what do you think she simply has no other explanation for what she saw. So, what do you think she simply has no other explanation for what she saw. So
The thing, I'm not even looking at the ball on the ground. I'm just like more mesmerized by this ornament that's spinning full 360 degrees right next to this tree.
So, what do you think Candace simply comes to something tree can be an opening moving throughout the clip? But that could of course be a draft or something like that.
Oh,
Candace
that's not on the tree. It looks like she's just got snowflakes like hanging from the ceiling. That's why it was looking super weird to me.
States that she's usually quite skeptical when it comes to things such as the paranormal, but after reviewing the footage, she simply has no other explanation for what she saw. So, what do you think she simply comes to something tree can be seen moving throughout the clip. Also, the ornaments on the tree can be seen moving throughout the clip, but that could of course be a draft or something like that.
All right, so the moving ornaments are just nothing. I mean, I don't think there's anything weird about that.
Candace states that she's usually quite skeptical when it comes to things such as the paranormal, but after reviewing the footage, she simply has no other explanation for what she saw. So, what do you think Candace is dealing with here?
I'm not even looking at the ball yet. I just want to see what this thing running across the floor is.
What do you think Candace is dealing with here?
That right there.
Was this the spirit of her deceased canine? She simply has no other explanation for what she saw. So, viewing the footage, much more. What seems to be a normal night in Candace's ball can be seen just seconds later. A door in the background can be seen opening. Also, the ornaments on the tree can be seen moving throughout the clip, but that could of course be a draft or some tree can be seen moving throughout the clip.
Oh, hold on. Okay, that other thing, that was just a ball. Like the door opened and a ball rolled in.
Also, the ornament background
that's what's going
night
on.
in Just a couple of seconds into the video, what seems to be a normal night in Candace's house quickly turns into something much more bizarre. Her dog's favorite ball can be seen rolling across the floor, seemingly all by itself. Before just seconds later, a door in the background can be seen opening.
The door opens
Also,
and
the ornaments on the tree can be seen moving throughout the clip.
And the ball comes presumably through the door and it bounces around and then it goes right in front here and it rolls back and forth. Okay.
But that could of course be a draft or something like that. Candace states that she's usually quite skeptical when it comes to things such as the paranormal, but after reviewing the footage, she simply has no other explanation for what she saw. So, what do you think Candace is dealing with here? Was this the spirit of her deceased canine trying to give her a signal that it's okay? Is there another possible explanation for this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
All right, so I think if that was just a regular ball, the movement back and forth does seem to be a little too much for it to just be naturally happening. At first, I wondered if it could have been like a small like hamster ball and there's a hamster inside, but it looks too small to be that. I'm trying to rule out that it might be like one of those like like a ball with like a ball inside that like is remote controlled that you can like move back and forth. I've seen some of those type of things as like toys or whatever.
In the comments, is there another possible explanation for this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For this, signal here.
What do you guys think? Could that ball motion, could that ball movement be natural? Like, do you think it, without any other forces acting on it, just by gravity, if there was like a little divot in the floor and it was just kind of like moving back and forth? What do you guys think?
Was
is that
the
a possibility?
Spirit of her deceased canine trying to give her a signal that it's okay? Is there another possible explanation for this?
Like it goes in like a little divot right there, and then it comes back around, and it just kind of goes back and forth. Like if there's a little indent in the floor, that seems a little too much movement, though, to me. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? On the hardwood floor and ornaments swinging all seem like a wind draft going through the room to me. Yeah, super long string it's hanging from. Someone behind the door opens it and rolls out the ball. Yeah, it does seem like that's what happens. Say about the door, ignore me. Pool. Dust, yeah. We got Kite Supreme and Jack Curtis. Welcome. I believe you hear the ball fall off of something and hit the wood floor before it rolls across the room. I believe maybe a draft blew the ball off the ottoman or coffee table. It's like the audio pareidolia. Yeah. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this, not necessarily like they purposely faked it, but it's just, I feel like that ball could have, something could have pushed it, or it just fell or something. Especially if the ornaments were like moving back and forth, there's like a strong draft or something, like maybe even maybe the air conditioner. Did we actually see the turn? It could have bumped something oddly angled, or just unexplainable. They could set up a fan to move it. Snowflake. I don't think we actually saw it turn. I'm pretty sure it ricocheted off of the... we're just going to watch it one more time, and then we're going to move on.
Spirit. So, what do you think Candace is dealing with here?
It bounces off of the wall
Was
right
this
there.
the spirit of her deceased canine trying to give her a signal that it's okay?
And I think the floor is just uneven.
Is there another possible explanation for this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
It does seem like a little too much movement, though. That movement, though, that is weird. Alright, I'm giving it a 4. If you guys think it should be higher, comment. You can sway my opinion. It might just be a ball bouncing down and just rolling on an uneven floor. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Let me know your thoughts if you don't agree with my 4.
If you were
it needs to be a 5 to go on my list, but comment in the comments 0 to 10 what you think that is in terms of is it paranormal or not. Yeah, it's a ball. I was just trying to verify how much it moved.
Quick look at the YouTube channel LightRoad12. You would notice that almost all of his videos are random videos relating to video games such as Fortnite and Among Us, as well as other vlog-style videos. Long story short, you'd think that LightRoad would be the last person on the platform to upload a video that terrifies viewers. But alas, one video on his channel has certainly stood out from the crowd and has gotten a ton of viewers talking. The video in question was uploaded in October of 2019 and opens up with some text explaining that the uploader noticed something strange nearby his school one day. At the time, He was unable to record what he saw, but he decided he wanted to go back to the school a bit later on to see if he could finally get it on camera. And sure enough, he did.
Dude, what is that? Oh no. Shh, shh, shh. What's the... Oh my gosh! Oh! Help! Oh my gosh!
In the video, we follow Light Road and a friend as they walk around the schoolyard premises during the middle of the night, when only crickets can be heard chirping away. But then just a couple of seconds later, as you can see, a horrifying figure appears out of nowhere and begins to chase the uploader, who then lets out a terrified scream before the video abruptly ends. The uploader believes that he may have encountered none other than a Sasquatch that day. Of course, whether or not this was actually a Sasquatch will never be confirmed, but it's certainly quite a chilling bit of evidence, and one that is sure to keep you awake at night, pondering the possibilities. That horrifying figure appears out of nowhere, then just a couple of seconds, when only crickets can be heard chirping away. But then just a couple of seconds later, as you can see, a horrifying figure appears out of nowhere.
At first I thought it was just a regular person. Let's see what we can see just by doing this. Looks like at first it has its back towards him, and then it has like this crazy grin on its face, or it's like baring its teeth. It's got like pearly whites, I might add. Like been using some Crest white strips or something. It doesn't look to me like... Looks like it does have a sort of claw or something.
And begins to chase the uploader, who then lets out a terrified scream before the video abruptly ends. The uploader believes that he may have encountered none other than a Sasquatch that day. Of course, whether or not this was actually a Sasquatch will never be confirmed, but it's certainly quite a chilling bit of evidence, and one that Sasquatch abruptly...
Alright, forget about the Sasquatch for a second. Let's just evaluate his reaction. Is this a staged reaction, or is it genuine? I just want to know that.
What's the...
Hold on, let's... Is this like two kids just being stupid and they know what's gonna happen and they're faking their reaction, or is it genuine?
Dude, what is that? Oh no. Shh, shh, shh. What's the... Oh my gosh! Oh! Help! Oh my gosh!
In the video, we follow Light...
To me, that sounds like a genuine reaction. Yo, it's a cow. It's a cow. Oh. Somebody behind giving it a it's a cow. That can't be real though, because would the kid not be dead? That was right on him. It's a bull. Arm swing, but it looks very suit-like. Cow in a gorilla suit. For those of you who don't know, this cow is like an inside joke. We had been here a few live streams ago. That would have ripped him apart. It was right next to him running full tilt. Is that the Bigfoot from the intro to Finding Bigfoot? The one that runs at the camera before the logo comes up? I don't know. I'm not sure, actually. Yeah, the perfect teeth. I think those kids' reaction was genuine. I think maybe they didn't know what they were walking into. And I guess that just calls into question, what did they actually walk into? Movement that the monster does is a classic arms up, I'm a scary monster type of movement that only humans do, like a grown-up trying to scare kids. Good point. Okay. Started to taper off his terror a little too soon. Huh, kids should have taken that one for science. Listen to how fast his terror tapers off. Okay, let's listen to it again.
Road and
What's that?
Oh my gosh! Oh! Help! Oh my gosh!
in the video, we follow live.
I don't know about that. So this is what I'm gonna say. As you guys know, I am a big believer in Bigfoot. I do believe in Bigfoot. I'm keeping a list of any Bigfoot sightings on video that I see. So I am going to add this to my Bigfoot list, so I can evaluate it in depth further. About like the arms up scary type of thing, about like if it was a wild creature, it would have killed him. I kind of think that Bigfoot don't really want to like kill human beings. I think that they do sometimes, potentially. Maybe potentially they kidnap children or whatever. If you read David Paulides, that's kind of the sense you get, right? But I generally am of the opinion that Bigfoot don't really want to interact with humans. And I'm not saying it was, but if that was a genuine creature, I think maybe it would have just been trying to scare them off. Like, it didn't really want to tear apart a human that night. It was just trying to get a good snooze in or something like that, and those kids jumped on it. I'm gonna put that on the list, and I'm gonna evaluate that further. I'm just gonna put it as a 5 to research further. Bigfoot attack. It very well could be a suit. It very well could be just something, but I want that video. Lead up seems staged, yeah. we got a comic in here. Starvin' Marvin. Maybe more people would start believing in Bigfoot if Bigfoot learned to believe in himself. Okay, I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna lighten that up in a later video and just see what we can make out with that. Let's move on.
And a friend as they were ripping away, flying fights actually and.
A man on TikTok named Alex Calvo uploaded a video to his account on August 4th, 2021, where he walks around his new house that he recently purchased, taking his young children on a tour with him. Upon walking in the house to show the kids around,
did we just get a different narrator?
21 TikTok. A man on TikTok named Alex Calvo uploaded a video to his account on August 4th, 2021, where he walks around his new house that he recently purchased, taking his young children on a tour with him. Upon walking in the house to show the kids around, Alex makes a throwaway remark that the house looks a little scary, but he doesn't think too much about it. For the next couple of seconds, Alex can be heard listing off things he sees in the house, including a dollhouse that he says his young daughter can play with. So far, so good. However, in just a matter of seconds, this relatively simple video is about to take a seriously sinister turn. Take a look at this part of the video right here and pay close attention to the mirror adorning the wall.
Okay, got everybody here. Heading on into the new house for the first time.
It said go.
They say go, yeah. See how scary? Oh, it's kind of scary, actually. Oh, look at all this stuff.
It said
Dollhouse for you, Salo.
I didn't see what's in the mirror.
Yeah.
it
Okay.
said,
This kitchen's pretty nice.
Ready? I'm gonna blow out my mom.
Go close the door.
When Alex initially walks past the mirror to head into another room to videotape, you can make out what appears to be a creepy figure, which some think looks like a nun, standing right in the house, which Alex did not notice at the time of recording.
Okay, give me
But
more.
what makes this video even more chilling is that when Alex walks by the exact same mirror just a couple of seconds later, the figure is mysteriously gone without a trace. It is definitely quite interesting too that Alex briefly mentioned that he thought the house was a bit creepy when he walked in initially, only for his suspicions to be proven correct just about 20 seconds later. But the big question at play here is how in the world a nun appeared in Alex's mirror, then miraculously disappeared just a few seconds afterward. This is one video that is definitely going to make you scratch your head, desperately searching for answers. To this day, Alex has no idea what happened, and it seems as though this mystery may never be solved.
Okay, yeah, that was one of the most least compelling creepy videos I've ever seen. So one thing I do know about mirrors, one thing I know about pareidolia and mirrors is that they like just off the bat say, why is a nun in the mirror? Okay, just because something has a general resemblance to something else that you kind of think that's what it looks like doesn't mean that's what it is. The other thing I know about mirrors is that like light and mirrors do really weird things, and I have no idea where that reflection was actually, where it was reflecting from. I think they just make a general assumption that it was in that corner, which I don't think it was the case. Yeah, there's nothing there. I'm just gonna move on from this one. That was not compelling at all. So yeah.
A Spanish TikTok user named Caesar.
Oh, Matt H says he's posted tons more videos with people standing in other rooms and vanishing and stuff. So maybe somebody really was standing there, but if that's the case, then it seems like he probably is purposely faking things. I don't know. Yeah, the narrator does kind of sound like Jack Black.
Torres uploaded a bone-chilling video to his account in January of 2021 that escalates in terror as the seconds go by. In the video, we watch Caesar as he simply tries his best to relax and unwind for the night while watching some television. However, what he hoped would be a night of relaxation and peace was anything but.
Guys, we're gonna go till 11:30, so we're gonna go for about 15 more minutes. I got some other things I gotta do. I gotta like even eat dinner. I haven't eaten much today. But so we might finish this one, maybe do something else. But just so you guys know, that's
very
what we're doing.
instant this video begins. It is clear that Caesar is dealing with something utterly terrifying, something that he has no idea how to stop. Just a couple of seconds in, Caesar's television begins to make loud beeping noises while also turning on and off frequently, which definitely freaks him out more than a little bit. Not knowing what to do, he simply stays in bed in complete shock and awe. A couple of seconds pass by where it seems as though perhaps Caesar's night of terror is just beginning to settle down. But, as you can probably predict, things don't exactly go over that smoothly.
No te pases la roña, no manches. O sea, chequen mis manos de verdad.
Honestly,
o sea,
I don't know.
No sé, no. Hace como 2 días que no encuentro el control. No entiendo cómo está pasando esto. No. No. chequen, mis manos están aquí. No, la verga.
A strange noise can be heard coming from nearby, which audibly startles Caesar. And then, just a couple of seconds later, something incredibly odd can be seen sitting down in the background at the end of the video.
Yeah, okay.
Thankfully, no harm came to Caesar that night, but it still doesn't explain what he experienced that night and what that strange figure was at the very end. What do you think he ended up capturing on camera that night? Was he being visited by some sort of paranormal entity? Was the figure actually just something else that looked eerily similar to a person? And what caused his television to malfunction like that? Be sure to let me know your ideas in the comments.
Alright, yeah, here's my idea. We got Darth Sidious over there. No, I don't know why this guy was filming it so intent on showing us his hand when the TV was doing things well, the hand wasn't visible. And then Darth Sidious over there is just his friend. I don't know. This is nothing to me. It's a plague doctor. Yeah. I'm moving on.
Trishy143 is a popular Indian ghost hunting channel on YouTube that focuses on urban explorations, paranormal investigations, and much more. Although a lot of their videos are definitely filled with their fair share of chilling moments to satisfy all your paranormal needs.
Exploring the most haunted abandoned shopping mall, abandoned houses found, he is unpredictable, Shadow Man. Okay.
One video stands out as one of the creepiest he has ever uploaded to his channel. The video, which was published online on February 28th, 2021, follows the uploader as he ventures out to an abandoned school located somewhere in India that just so happens to be haunted, or so legend says. When they first arrive at the school, it is crystal clear that the place has seen much better days. Although the interior is mostly intact and not broken down to shreds, it's still an uncomfortably isolated school, and one that seems to be filled with all sorts of looming.
Yeah, Kite Supreme says, Ghost, I'll send you some cool videos. Yeah, drop him Discord, or if you need to email them. Yeah, okay. Emily says, my TV freaked me out once. Then I realized the show I was watching said stuff that triggered Alexa to do commands on my TV, which was connected. Yeah, that is almost even more scary than a ghost possessing your TV. Dang. Okay. Later, Kite Supreme. Thanks for joining us.
Dread. Little does the uploader know that he's in for more than he bargained for. Just about 17 minutes into the video, the cameraman is exploring a room which seems to be completely empty. As he proceeds to take a look around, he hears something terrifying that immediately grabs his attention. Have a listen.
Hey!
We got a moaning sound.
Hey!
A couple of minutes later, Trishy slowly makes his way around the school, careful not to make any loud noises now that he has suspicions that he's not alone after all. He then makes his way to the roof of the
Sorry guys, I'm not full screen. I don't know how long I've been doing that.
School, where he is shrouded by darkness, which is terrifying all on its own. But then this happens to further propel his fear.
Your mom. Hey, water bottle கீழ இருந்து வந்திருக்கு. Hey. Guys, கீழ இருந்து வந்திருக்கு guys.
So far,
replaying,
all
like,
of the
the
creepy
sounds?
things that the uploader has experienced have all been auditory things. But as he makes his way down a long corridor just a couple of minutes later, he finally gets his first visual clue that somebody or something is keeping him company.
Is the music from Sir Spooks, or is it from his channel? I know sometimes Sir Spooks and Nukes like overlay their own music, but if this is from his channel, oh man. It's a shadow peekaboo ghost. I just am sorry.
Although at this point Trishy is undoubtedly growing more and more uncomfortable with each passing moment, he nevertheless finds the courage within himself to keep moving forward and continue his investigation, which
Okay, there are so many peekaboo ghosts. Either there is some inherent thing when you die and you become a ghost, you just peek around corners. And like that's like it's like how we naturally are inclined to like, you know, like need to eat food to sustain ourselves. Like they have to peek around corners. And then when you look at them, they run away. I don't know. Like either that's the case, either there's some inherent thing that makes ghosts do that, or it's just all fake. Like it's just a spooky thing that movies did at one point, and YouTubers were like, yeah, it is scary, and they got a hold of it. And I'm more inclined to think that it's just YouTubers doing that. Anytime you see a peekaboo ghost. Peekaboo goes in the bin. Whack. Yeah, Ghost High.
Eventually leads him down yet another dark hallway, where he makes another startling discovery shortly thereafter.
Okay, ஆறல்ல கேமரா இங்கே செட் பண்ணிடுறேன்.
Again, ghost captured. Yeah, no. Sorry, man.
Not wanting to call it quits just yet, he proceeds to continue, despite how creepy things have been during the night, which results in 2 more unsettling things happening before he eventually makes the wise decision to call it a night. Take a look and have a listen.
There he is at the end of the hallway. Just peeking around. Finally, ghost capture.
Guys, ஏதோ சவுண்டு கேக்குது.
Sarva Marvin says 9 out of 10. The old double peekaboo.
ஏதோ குழந்தை அழுகுற சவுண்டு தான் கேக்குது. எங்க கேக்குது தெளிவா கேக்குது சவுண்டு.
It always fascinates me just how many terrifying things seem to happen in abandoned schools, seeing as how they are buildings that were quite literally built on the foundation of learning. Children are supposed to go...
What? Sir Spooks, that seemed like a really like stretched metaphor, or like how many what did he say? It's amazing to me how much how many spooky things happen in abandoned schools, since they were literally built for the implementation of learning. Okay, I'm gonna listen to that again.
It always fascinates me just how many terrifying things seem to happen in abandoned schools, seeing as how they are buildings that were quite literally built on the foundation of learning. Children are supposed to go there to be happy, make friends, and learn new things. But as videos like this one prove, not even schools are safe from the paranormal, even after they are left abandoned. And that was 5 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video.
Alright. Yeah, there's nothing too impressed with that one. Mostermental says, that security guard that caught the peeking shadow in the abandoned plane was pretty real though. Yeah, I actually happen to know exactly what you're talking about. I covered that. I made a video on that one. That one was very interesting. Although I did hear that World of Mr. Gray debunked that one. I have not seen his debunk, but I thought that was potentially very real as well. But maybe that needs to be something we look at further. Yeah, it was. Entities live in these abandoned places, and that's just their way of scaring humans away. It could be. There could be like genuine instances of that, but when it becomes so common, when it becomes a trope, like when every ghost hunter is catching peekaboo ghosts, it becomes a little hard to believe. Maybe what's happening is that there are genuine ones, and that's where people get it in their heads that, oh, that's super easy to fake, let's just fake it. You know, I don't know. Guys, I want to just thank everybody for joining me. I'm gonna call it a night. I am starting to get weird. I need to get like some food in me and to get a good night's sleep. I just want to just say thank you guys. Like, this is so fun. This is so cool to be able to do this with a group of like-minded people who are super cool and compile this list of evidence and just build this community. I have a great video. It's going to be a shorter video coming out Monday about an interesting thing found on the bottom of the ocean. So stay tuned to that. I'm probably going to post that around 12 noon Mountain Standard Time. Bottom of the ocean story. So stay tuned for that. And let's see. This video right here, True Stories from Reddit. If this gets, right now it's got 37 likes. If it hits 50 likes, I will turn it into a series. I will make another one just like it and maybe do like a weekly thing. Those are actually really easy to make. I just read scary stories and just give my opinion of them afterwards. So head on over, hit up True Reaction Top 5 True Scary Stories of Reddit. But are they true? And go over and give that one a like. I think that would be super fun to do like a series like that. And I am working on a new debunking video. For those of you who really appreciate the debunks, I did a poll and a lot of you really want me to do more debunk videos, and I can appreciate it. That's how I started my channel, and that's kind of the heart of what I'm doing here. And so I am starting to put together a new, like a top 5 claims evaluated, like deep dive one. So we're going to finish up reading some of the comments, and then I think I'm going to say goodnight. Go get food and sleep, dude. I am going to get some food and some sleep, but mad props to Matt H for being up at 4 o'clock in the morning to check out the live stream. That's awesome. Esoteric Data Lab says, maybe ghosts or whatever these entities may be have some relationship to fear, and they will change their tactics to do what scares us. Kind of like It. Yeah, so if a movie does something scary, then the entities may also. You know what? That is actually not a bad thought. I think it is a fundamental reality that there are spirits, that there are ghosts. But then I also believe it's a fundamental reality that there are like demonic entities, which are different than just ghost spirits. Like these are evil entities designed to do bad things. And so if that really truly is the case, if that is the reality of this existence we live in, then Data Lab might be onto something. I couldn't say. Not that ghosts are watching movies They're just using scare tactics that fit the culture and time period they're scaring. Could be. Yeah, go like the video. It's amazing. Oh, thanks, Voidlock. I appreciate that. It's almost breakfast time for Matt H. All right. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Voidlock, for becoming an orb. Thanks for everybody who donated. Go like the True Stories of Reddit and the Olive Pass. I'm trying to get the Olive Pass to 100 likes as well. It's for part 2. All right, guys. I'm going to stop pitching all my stuff. I'm going to let you go. Have a good night during these streams and catch the end, but it's nice being able to comment. Super nice to have you here, Data Lab. Later all, have a good weekend. You too, Epi. Okay. Night, guys. I will see you guys next time. Stay paranormal.